question, like it's pretty basic, but what is a genre? How we decide this is different, this
Oh,
is
nice.
different? Yeah, this is
That's
Not a
that's
pretty
very nice.
question.
Very
Yeah.
not a pretty basic at all. So genre, how do you define it?
Yeah.
So anything which hasn't been done is new and is being repeated. I just take it as something which is new and being repeated creates a genre. So whether it be like metal or blues, it was new, and everybody has their aspect of blues. Like BB King's bend, and then you had Buddy Guy's bend, which then you had like the dirty southern blues of like Stevie Ray Vaughan, which are like,
Exactly.
and they exact all of them are like they are doing essentially the same note, but they're all of them are blues legends. But then they themselves have like three levels of blues. Whether it be BB King, Buddy Guy is Chicago blues, and then Stevie Ray Vaughan is Southern blues. And there you see like it's a stylization of the rule. The blues follow the 12 bar notation. So it's like and after that the blues scales, which is like so this is your like A minor blues, but so that is the foundation of that genre. But that genre creates more genres, like or as you would say subgenres, by the way it is being repeated. Like Stevie Ray Vaughan is dirty. If you see him playing like something, he wouldn't play something so clean. He would like he would resonate other sounds. There would be
I guess genre is basically a human-made thing. I mean, human tendency to classify everything and put it under one label, right? So we always like classification.
Okay.
Out and out, I guess it should be a human-made thing because it's easier for us to learn something or to understand something if it's classified like this kind of stuff is called this kind of stuff is called this. So that is what genre is. So if you just try to classify music into this style of music, it's called this thing.
Then people
just
know like what is the feel they are going for.
So,
how is it?
So I
totally
basically we can say that everyone is playing differently, but if someone plays in some way and it gets popular too much, his style of doing, and it becomes genre, like metal.
Let's say
with someone
you start a new style of
Yeah.
playing. You start a new style of playing, and a lot of people actually follow that style, and a lot of music is made in that style of music. So I'm pretty sure someone will name that something and that will become a genre. But of course, like Quincy Jones, again, I'm just quoting him. It's all 12 notes, right? I mean, in a broader spectrum, there's just 12 notes. Of course, there might be microtones and everything.
Do you think the instrument also matter?
Again, it's a melody, I suppose. Melody or how you... But certain instruments cannot be as flexible. For example, what Debayan is doing on guitar, I cannot do it on a piano. Right?
Yeah.
So, of course, with keyboard and pitch bend, I can artificially try to do that, but it's not natural. So there are some limitations. But then I don't think an instrument can actually
instrument can't fall
create
into
an
a genre.
obstacle.
Instrument
that will not be right.
So instrument is basically a tool to express.
Exactly.
And
it's like vocals.
It's the same
instrument. Right?
And the most flexible instrument is vocal because it's in all genres. But even the limitation is not in the genre. The limitation is within the instrument. Some instruments just are not flexible enough to fall into that style of music. So you can't take I would give you a like very classical example. You can't take a normal like a basic classical harmonium and put it into metal. That's what people thought. maybe
Maybe we should
somebody
try
will do
it.
that. Yeah,
Maybe we should.
but
Yeah.
It
similar
sounds so
idea,
innovative.
yeah, similar
Yeah.
idea have people had, like when Santana met Ravi Shankar. A lot of people don't know this. Pandit Ravi Shankar played Woodstock '69. So yeah,
Yeah, I've
he
seen
was
that.
pretty famous. He's pretty famous. So when he played there, and then there was a lot of mixing of the cultures and the music. So George Harrison took that out, and he put your sitar in the music of Beatles in the later age. You'll
Hmm.
find a lot of the psychedelic music actually has him playing sitar. So George Harrison had spent 2 years to like learn sitar in India. They came to the ashram, stayed with Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, I guess, learned a lot of Indian
Right.
culture, Indian music, and then went back and incorporated it. So, but people would say that okay, sitar in like basic pop, basic rock is possible, but you can't do sitar with metal. And then last year, one of India's biggest export was sitar metal. There's this band called sitar, and they made it to like Rolling Stone. They made it to a lot of metal magazines, a lot of international radio stations, and the link there you can see the flexibility of the instrument. But then there are certain instruments that are extremely rigid and
Hmm.
cannot go beyond a few genre. One of them being double bass. I wouldn't play a double bass on a metal song. But
I guess
then,
again it's inhibitions, right? Like
yeah,
people normally expect a genre to stick to that way. Again, it's people's mentality. I mean,
yeah,
let's say you only expect guitars or heavy low end and metal songs, and let's say something like a flute or a harmonium comes, you're not comfortable with that until it
yeah,
becomes more familiar
yeah.
with
Until
you.
you're
So
made to be comfortable with it.
because that's not the initial classification, right? When
Yeah.
we had a
So
genre,
that
yep,
the best
we
way to
said
explain
metal
that
is
is the metal genre, because in the 80s when it came out, people were like, "What this fucking noise?"
Hmm.
And only like kids got it, and nobody thought it's like serious music. But now it has like a billion genres and a trillion subgenres. Like it's a form of classification for us to understand. But it still
it's
remains
human
a
thing.
part of music. Noise is still a part of music.